a lot of us have some things in common with one another, but not all of us have the same things in common. But there is one thing that all of us have in common. But what is that one thing that we all have in common? The answer is stress. Whether it's good stress or bad stress, we all have it. Today we are going to learn what stress is exactly, what effect stress has on the body, and how to handle stress correctly. First of all, what is stress? Stress, the definition, is a form of tension or pressure. But what might be stressful to me, might not be stressful to you. The different types of stress, and they each with their own characteristics, symptoms, duration, and treatment approach. The first one is acute stress, which is a short-term stress, kind of like, this is also good and bad, but it's kind of like, well, good would be like a downhill skiing. You get that rush, that adrenaline, that is a form of stress, but we consider that a good stress. If you were to continue doing that all day long, by the end of the day, that stress would be getting to your body where you would be fatigued up, let's say. The second type of stress would be episodic acute stress, which is almost like acute stress, but it would be more, keeps happening more often. Like a worry warts that can continue to worry about the same thing over and over. That's considered a form of episodic acute stress. So it's pretty much the same as acute stress, but it just happens more periodically or happens more often. Chronic stress, which is almost like PTSD, or which is a great example of chronic stress, or like if you're in a miserable marriage or a miserable career or something like that, where you're constantly stressed all the time. That's what they consider a chronic stress, and all this was from the APA.org, which is an American Psychology Association website. Stress on the body, which is the way it affects the body, it can increase or accelerates the aging process to where you look older faster, wrinkles, stuff like that, maybe body aches. It also put extra loads on your organs and your heart and your arteries. The more stressed you are, the more pressure, you probably like blood pressure increases. You have more stress basically on those body parts. It also wears down your immune system, increases the operation of the adrenal glands, so that also goes along with the blood pressure. But also the effects on the body is when we're under pressure with stress so much that we keep holding it in, or we eventually maybe blow up on somebody. Ways to handle stress. If you exercise regularly, it is supposed to help with stress. You can use a stress ball, which is anything repetitive is known to help relieve stress. Rest, make sure you get plenty of rest. That way it will also help stress. Study and practice relaxation techniques, and also take responsibility for your mind and your stress. Reducing the stressors also. And the next one is sell yourself to yourself, which means positive self-talk to help you get over your stresses, like I can do this if you're having trouble with something that's coming up, for an example, or There's several different ways you can, positive self-talk, positive thinking can help with stress. Deep breathing, meditation, mental imagery, and relaxation were some other ones from clevelandclinic.org. I also read some of these in Stress Management by Harry Parker. But these are just some of the different stresses that we have, and it's the type of stress and the different, or what stress we have, the different types of stress, and ways to get rid of the stress.